If you listen to the story from the media, the media loves to make the story about themselves. The media only really gets engaged in a story when there's an angle about which the media can make it about themselves. And so the angle this weekend from the Associated Press was that Israel blew up its headquarters. The CEO of the Associated Press, Gary Pruitt, released a statement saying he was shocked and horrified that the Israeli military would target and destroy the building housing AP's bureau and other news organizations in Gaza. That's right. Israel blew up a building that housed major media outlets in Gaza. You would never know it from the reporting. In fact, let me read you just real quick. Diary from Faraz Akram of the Associated Press. My colleagues' shouts awakened me, and the pounding of my heart drowned out the racing of my mind. What was happening? Had someone been injured on the street of Gaza City, or worse? It was 1:55 p.m. on Saturday. I had been napping on the upper floor of the two-floor penthouse that served as the Associated Press's offices in Gaza City since 2006. This was not unusual in recent days. Since fighting began earlier this month, I had been sleeping in our news bureau until early afternoon, then working through the night. I hurried downstairs and saw my colleagues donning helmets and protective vests. They were shouting, "Evacuate, evacuate." The Israeli military, I would later learn, had targeted our building for destruction and offered up a brief advanced warning. They had taken out 3 buildings so far this week, warning residents and occupants, sometimes minutes beforehand, to get out. Hurriedly, I was told, you have 10 minutes. You would never know from this Associated Press reporter, nor from any of the other reports from the Associated Press, nor from the reports of most media outlets, that the Associated Press, Al Jazeera, and other media outlets were actually operating out of a Hamas terror operations facility. That's right. It is confirmed. This is not made up. It is confirmed. It is documented. Even Tommy Vietor from the Obama White House has confirmed that it was a Hamas operation that the Associated Press was operating from. You would never know that, would you? Question: were they paying Hamas money for the building, or were they giving it as a gift? Hamas is a internationally designated terrorist organization. Was or is the Associated Press giving money to an internationally designated terrorist organization, or did they just take it as a gift? Hamas is using it as a terror facility, and the AP, Al Jazeera, and others are operating out of there, and they haven't reported that side of the story. They wanted you to believe that they were willfully targeted by Israel to censor the news, when in fact Israel was targeting a Hamas facility. This is a pretty damning indictment of the situation in the Middle East and why you can't get a lot of real news out of there.